What is going on, guys? Wrestlers News back with another video. This is a breaking news video. Raw is going to be streaming on Netflix every episode, every week, all year round, next year, starting January 2025. This news just broke today with WWE tweeting it out and posting on their social medias. I also reposted the tweet and just quickly gave my tiny little opinion on my Twitter. Check that out, link in the description down below. There was this idea out there that Raw could be moving platforms at 2025 because their contract with the USA Network was coming up, and I guess they thought of a deal because WWE signed a 10-year deal worth $5 billion with Netflix. Wow, that's crazy. Now, you might be asking the same question I was asking right when I saw this, is this going to affect me in my country, wherever I live? And here I got all the countries listed down that this will be affecting. First off, we have my home country, Canada. It's going to be affecting Canada. So, if you were a Canadian resident, as I am, I'd be watching it on whatever streaming service I was, on Sports Network 360. So I really realistically don't know if they're ever going to be really streaming it, like posting it on there anymore. So in Canada, we might have to be watching it on Netflix every single week if we want to see Raw. The next country this will be affecting is the United States of America. And I know that I think they were streaming on Peacock. I think that's where they got all of their wrestling. So now that's going to be changing over to Netflix. Next place to be affected by this is the United Kingdom. So you got Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England. That I think they were streaming their SmackDown Raw off of Sky Sports. I don't know exactly. And then they got their pay-per-views on WWE Network. We'll be talking about pay-per-views a little bit later on this video and if they are affected during this deal. Last up on the list is Latin America. That's just what they said with Latin America. And when you look at the countries in Latin America, you have Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Ecuador, El Salvador, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Paraguay, Peru, Panama, Puerto Rico, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Guys, I'm incredibly sorry if I did mess up your Latin American name. There's a few of these that I just went right off the picture, so I'm so sorry if I messed up the name. That took me a few tries too. It was pretty crazy to try and list off all those names all at once. Honestly, I have no idea what these countries, how they stream their WWE and how they watched it, but I do know it's moving over to Netflix on the Raw for the Raw show, and obviously pay-per-views I think will stay the same as it is before. I did say we'd be talking about how pay-per-views are going to be changing, which honestly they won't be changing. For what we know, it's just Raw. And some other thing to bring up quickly, off of another tweet, it's confirmed that SmackDown's going to be going to the USA Network, so they're going to stop being streamed on Fox. And then NXT will be on something called CW. I don't really catch it already in Canada, so it's not too big of a difference for me. SmackDown will stay on the exact same network as usual, which is Sportsnet for me. But then Raw is the only thing that realistically is changing if you are a Canadian resident. Pay-per-views will still be on the WWE Network. And nothing has changed too much except you're going to have to buy Netflix now if you don't have it. And most likely these subscriptions are probably going to be bumped up a bunch because Raw is now going to be streaming on there. Does this mean we're going to see a change? I think maybe a tiny bit, because now you're going to want the Netflix higher-ups. They're going to be having a little bit of a word on how they want Raw to be like performed and looked at, and the way they set up everything. So it could be changed maybe a little bit. As you saw with SmackDown when they went over to Fox a few years ago, it didn't change too much. They had their little exclusive shows that Fox would run for SmackDown, but that is really it when it came to changes. So I can't expect too many changes coming from WWE Raw when they do move over to Netflix next year. This marks the end of this video, guys. Check out my Instagram where I'm going to be posting pics of the thumbnails every time I post. Keep you guys updated, and in the future doing community polls, live streams, and everything all above. Quick little summary of the video. Raw is moving over to Netflix January 2025. SmackDown's moving to Fox at the same time, and then NXT is moving to the CW at the same time. Pay-per-views will not be affected, I don't think, unless new news comes out after this video comes up. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.